Well, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. I always start with this is the day that the Lord has made, and we choose to rejoice and be glad in it. Thank you for joining us today. We are Project 365. We have been with you for 41 consecutive days, and we are delivering hope, encouragement, and inspiration. And we're so happy to do that. I am Portia Wheatley. I am the founder and president of a nonprofit organization acknowledged as Trophy of Life Incorporated. We have the pleasure of rendering hope and encouragement. Actually, we're the action of hope and encouragement. And with Project 365, what we do is we pull together different people, different races, different cultures, men, women, boys, girls, together on a platform to share hope, encouragement, and inspiration. Let's say hello to our co-host on today.
Hello, everyone. I am Takira Swan, and I am so happy to be here.
Great, great, great. Always great to have Takira. And we will introduce our guest momentarily. But before we actually release the platform to her, don't forget, we want you to go to YouTube and subscribe to our page. Subscribe and share, comment, just share the message because we're taking the message of hope, encouragement, and inspiration to the world. That's our assignment. That's what we will do as much as possible with all topics. There is no topic that's off limits. No topic off limits. Some you may agree with, some you may not, but somebody in this world is dealing with some topic or a topic that we will share. And today we have a light topic, which is good, but it's something that will give you such inspiration and encouragement. And we're happy to have Miss Holly Agnew here with us on today. And she's with doTERRA essential oils, and she's going to share a little about what they can do for you. Now, she has a health education background. She works in the school system. Matter of fact, I don't have to tell you about her. I'll let her tell you. So, Holly, this is your platform. Share with us what's on your heart and your mind.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to be here. This is, like I was telling you earlier, this is my first time being on a platform like this. It's not in front of a bunch of kids. So this is a little intimidating, but I'll do my best.
Yes.
I want to start with telling a little bit about myself so that you guys know where I'm coming from. I've been using essential oils for about 9 years. I started using them when my grandson had a skin condition, and because of FDA regulations, I can't go into what it is. But the doctors wanted us to put a steroid on it, and he was 6 months old. And I'm like, no, we're not doing that. I didn't know what we were going to do, but I knew that wasn't the answer. Mm-hmm. So I was talking to a friend, and she said, I'm going to send you something. She sent me some lavender, and she said, get some coconut oil and let it melt in your hand, and then just put a drop in your hand and just rub it on those spots 3 to 5 times a day. So I did. And in 2 days, that condition was gone.
Wow.
And that was amazing. And I've been hooked ever since. So I started using oils more and more and doing more research as I was teaching, because I was teaching health and PE. And I had actually worked in a hospital for 23 years as well. And I worked on an ambulance before that. So I have the medical background, and I used to be, give me a pill and I'll be good. But then I was really sick and I took lots of antibiotics, so they didn't work. And as I was teaching and I was doing more research, I realized that medications have their place, but they also have lots of side effects that you may not want. So I started using essential oils instead, and I found that they answered a lot of the questions that I'd been asking. You know, what can I use for this condition, or what can I use for my mood? What can I use to help me feel better? So those oils started answering those questions for me. And as I got further into using the oils, people started coming to me for advice. What do I use for this condition, and what do I do with this? And most of the time it goes back to nutrition, because what you put in your body determines how your body reacts. So to help that along, most people think I'm an RN, but I'm not. My technical term is a registered cardiovascular invasive specialist, which is just a long term for a cath tech. I worked in
Okay.
a heart catheterization lab. And so because I had that background, people were like, well, you're a nurse, you can answer this for me. But that doesn't, I felt like I needed something else behind my name to help me feel more legitimate, I guess. So I went to the Institute for Psychology of Eating and I got certified to be a mind-body eating coach, which opened a whole new world to me on why people eat the way they do.
Okay.
Or why they have different issues that they can't figure out what's going on, why they can't lose weight, why they eat the way they do. So as I was using the oils, I found that they have the power to affect your mood, your hormones. They can be used to help with lots of different conditions that you have going on. So the thing to remember with essential oils is that they have there's lots of them out there. For one thing, they're available. You can go to Walmart and get them. You can go to a big box store and get them. You can go on Amazon and get them. But all those oils are not created equal, and that's the important thing. So the problem is they can be adulterated, and that means there's other stuff in there, and those things that are in there don't have to be labeled because there's no regulation in the essential oil industry other than self-regulation. So that's why I like using doTERRA essential oils, because I know they've been tested. I know they don't have any of the junk in them. They have, like this bottle says lavender.
Okay.
That's what's in this bottle. That's it. And it has a label on it. It has like a food facts label, a supplement label that tells you that it's safe to take internally. And most essential oils say right on the bottle, do not take internally. So my question is, if you don't want to put it, you're going to put it on your skin, it's going to get in your body. Because your skin's the largest organ of your body, so it's going to get in there whether you want it to or not. And then that got me thinking, well, I put hair care on my body. I put skin care. I use body wash. I use all these different things and cleaning products. And when you look at the labels, most of the stuff in there is toxic to your body. So a good place to go to research all this is the Environmental Working Group. And that's a nonprofit organization that does the research on all these different chemicals that are in all these different products. And they have it for pretty much anything you could want to learn about. And that's where I got a lot of my information about what is in all the stuff that we use. And the other thing that I like about doTERRA is they have the research and the science to back up what they do. So they are working with hospitals like Johns Hopkins and Vanderbilt University. And that's just a couple of them. There's a bunch of them all over the country that they're working with. So let's talk for a few minutes about how they can be used. So there's 3 different ways you can use them. The first one is aromatically. The next one is topically, and then internally. So I'm going to break each one of those down. So aromatically, you can use something like this, a diffuser. Mm-hmm. And all you do is you put water in here, you put the essential oils in, and then you plug it in and it goes and it puts a mist into the air. The one thing you want to remember about essential oils is if you heat them up, you can change the chemical constituency of them. So you want to try to stay away from things that heat them up. I mean, you can cook with them. They're great to cook with, but you want to put them at the end of cooking.
Oh, okay.
Another way is to use a spray bottle. Like this is my garden insect deterrent spray. So you can spray it and mist into the air, kind of like a Febreze type thing. And the nice thing about oils is they can affect people's moods and they don't know it. So I made this spray for my grandkids called Monsters Away spray.
Monsters Away. Okay.
Yeah, because at the time my grandson was afraid that there were monsters in the closet or wherever. Mm-hmm. So I said, here, take this bottle and spray wherever you want. Did
it work? I mean, for him?
Yeah, it did, because it also made him sleepy, because I put stuff in there that made him sleepy. So it helped him to relax, and it helped him to go to sleep. And it made him think that the monsters weren't there. So it's a great way to get your kids to do what you want them to do without them knowing why they're doing it. You can also take like a cotton ball and stick it in the vent in your car. Put the oil on it, stick it in the vent. It's a real cheap diffuser, inexpensive diffuser, I should say. Or you could put it on the the air filter that goes to your filter for your house, and that helps to freshen the air in your house and to clean it as well. You can also do something as simple as putting a drop on your hand. Like this is peppermint. I'm just putting a drop.
Mm-hmm.
If it'll come out. Some of these oils are thicker than others, so they take a little bit longer to come out.
And you only need a little.
Yeah, but that's just one drop, and I'm just going to rub my hands together and breathe it in, and it opens up my sinuses. It does all kinds of nice things. And we're going to talk about peppermint in just a minute. When I'm going to talk about a few of my favorite oils in just a minute. The next way you can use it is topically. So the best way to think about this is just you can put it wherever it hurts. Okay, so like if you can't reach where you're hurting, or if you don't like the smell of something, because there's some oils that I like what they do, but I don't like the smell.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll put them like on the bottom of my feet, and then I'll put my socks on. Now, some people say, well, that's kind of stupid. You know, why would you put oils on the bottom of your feet? Think reflexology. Different organs in your body correspond to different places on your feet.
Right.
So if this is my foot, your lungs are here. Your spine goes down your instep. So like my daughter broke her back a few years ago, and I couldn't get to her back all the time. So I would put the oils down the instep of her foot so it would go to her back. How it gets there, I have no idea. And I don't really care. I just know it works. You know, and you can look up reflexology charts on Google or wherever, and there's it tells you all the different things. There's your hands, you can do it on your ears and on your feet for reflexology. Also the feet, your feet has the largest pores in your body. So the oils get in there rather quickly. And if you're using an oil that's considered a hot oil, something like oregano, thyme, cinnamon, clove, lemongrass, those are, if you put them on your skin, like on the back of your hand, it'll feel like a hot pepper, that kind of hot. It doesn't burn you, but it feels like it is. So those oils I've found, for me at least, I can put them on the bottom of my feet and not have to use a carrier oil. So a carrier oil is just something like fractionated coconut oil.
Okay.
And with this, all you do is put that in your hand and just put a drop of oil in there and rub it in wherever it hurts. And that way it helps to spread it out, but it also helps your body to absorb more of it. Because if you don't use a carrier oil, it tends to do what's called flash off. It means it just evaporates quicker. You get some in, but you won't get all that oil in your body because it just goes way too quick. Sorry, I need to look at my notes for just a second. Oh, the other place you can put them is like on your wrist. Like I use one of these. This is a roller ball, and all it is, it's got a little roller on top, and I put it on my wrist, especially when I'm in school, because I need all the help I can get sometimes. And I can walk around the room and I can, wave my arms and
calm them down.
And it calms them down, and it calms me down at the same time. So that works well.
And is that good for when you're going to sleep, before you go to sleep?
Yep, I have rollers that I have right beside my bed that I use every night. And one of them is our protective blend, which I'm going to talk about in just a minute. But that's one I use every day to help boost my immune system. Because you never know what you're going to run into, especially with kids. I mean, even before the pandemic and everything, I do mostly elementary kids now, and they're all, snotty and, they like to put stuff in their mouths, and I'm just like, ugh. And I need all the help I can get to boost my immune system because I don't want whatever they have. Right. Okay, so the next way you can use them is, the other thing I want to tell you about topically is if you put oil on your skin's sensitive to it. Because I've noticed as I get older, the older I get, the more sensitive my skin is. So if you put an oil on your skin and it feels hot or uncomfortable, you can put coconut oil or another carrier oil like jojoba, almond. You can even use vegetable oil if that's all you have on hand to help spread that oil out.
Wow.
One thing you don't want to put on it is water. Water will intensify the effect. Now, with that said, if you want to intensify the effect, like I had a friend who had back pain. His back was really bothering him, and he was using one of our blends called Deep Blue, and that's just one that helps to ease inflammation and that kind of thing. And he put it on his back and he's like, you know, it helps, but it doesn't quite get where I want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, well, put it on before you get in the shower and then let the water run over it. And that helps to drive it into your body. And he's like, really? I'm like, yeah. So he did it, and he got relief from the discomfort he had in his back because it helped to drive those oils in.
Gotcha.
And you can also use another, like an oil that has an icy hot type of feel, like peppermint. That does the same thing. That'll help to drive them in as well. So the next way you can use them is internally. And you can do something as simple as taking it and putting a drop under your tongue. Now, with that said, hot oils, you can do that, but I wouldn't recommend it because it's like eating a hot pepper and it will light you up. But it depends on what you're addressing to. If you want something to get to be taken care of quickly, sometimes that's the best way to go. So that's up to you. But I would recommend, if you want to take a hot oil, that you put it in something like a veggie cap. And these are just this is what they look like. They look like what you would get medicine in. And you can just break them apart, and then you can put whatever oils you want in here, put the lid on, and then take it like a regular pill.
Gotcha.
Another way you can take them is to put them in your water or another drink. Like I use this, and I put my oils in here, and then I put my water in. And it not only flavors my water, it helps to detoxify my body because I use lemon, and lemon is lemon or any citrus oil, and that helps to detoxify my body.
So now, in a container about that size, about how many drops would you put in?
Well, this is like 32 ounces, so I put like a drop per ounce.
Okay.
Sometimes I put more depending on what the oil is, because some oils are thicker than others and have more flavor. So, and plus I like a lot of flavor. So with this, sometimes, like if I use tangerine, I'll put like 8 drops in here. But lemon, I don't put that many drops because lemon is very strong oil.
Gotcha.
And also, when you're using citrus oils, you always want to make sure you use either stainless steel or glass, because they help to pull petrochemicals out of your body. So if you put it in plastic is a petrochemical. It'll break down that plastic. So you don't want that. You don't want it to break it down and take it into your body when you're trying to get rid of it.
Right.
Let's see. Okay, so let's go on and talk about some of my favorite oils. So one of my favorite oils is lavender. So lavender is great for anything skin related.
Okay.
It's good for burns. Just a short story. I burnt my hand. We have a fireplace. I burnt my hand, or burnt a finger, because I had a hole in my glove and I didn't know it. And my first thing with being an EMS person is I'm going to put cold water on it. And I'm like, no, wait a minute. Somebody told me that if I put lavender on it, it won't blister.
Oh.
And my stove was like 450 degrees. So it was plenty hot. So I went and got my lavender. I put a drop on there, and I didn't think any more about it. And an hour later, I looked at it. I'm like, there's no blister. So I put another drop on, and then I went to bed and I didn't think any more about it. The next day I got up and I didn't even know it was there. There was just a little red spot, and that was it.
Cool.
So it's also great for sunburns. Of course, it's great for sleep. We know that everybody uses lavender for sleep. It's great for anxious feelings, seasonal threats, insect bites, and of course, our favorite, stress. Next is lemon. So lemon is great to add to your water, like I've already mentioned, to help detoxify your body and to get rid of petrochemicals. It's also great for cleaning. It gives you that nice fresh scent. It has an uplifting aroma to elevate your mood. It's great to get sticky residue off of something. It's also great for seasonal threats and memory. Next is peppermint. And peppermint helps with occasional nausea, with ear discomfort when you're flying, which is a great thing because flying is very uncomfortable for me, and that helps to ease the pressure that goes on in your ears when you go up and down.
Right.
It also is great for opening your sinuses because, on the Eastern Shore, nobody has trouble with their sinuses, which is where I am right now. It's also great to cook with. It's great in brownies, fudge, coffee and tea. It helps with digestive upset.
Now, which one is that?
Peppermint.
Peppermint?
Mm-hmm. It helps with head tension. It has a cooling sensation on hot days. So, or even if you have like your own personal summer going on,
Yeah.
it helps with that.
Don't
It
laugh,
also
Takira. Don't laugh, Takira.
Not laughing. Not laughing.
And it also helps with muscle discomfort. The next one is On Guard. This is the one that I use every day. So I put this on the bottom of my feet before I go to bed every night. And if I start feeling bad, I'll put it on more often. It helps to boost your immune system. It helps to cleanse the air. It protects against environmental and seasonal threats. It's good for cleaning. Excuse me. It helps to support the body's natural antioxidant defenses. And it's great to diffuse when you start feeling bad, along with the next oil, Breathe. So Breathe does exactly what it says. It helps with anything respiratory. It also is great if you know a snorer, that's your oil.
A what?
A snorer.
Oh.
It helps to open up your nasal passages.
Can that be placed right under the nose, or it's better for the
either one?
points? My
husband is a snorer. He puts it right under his nose.
Okay.
But if he's snoring really bad, I'll put it in the diffuser as well, so I can sleep.
Gotcha.
The next one is Balance. And this helps with emotional balance.
Wow.
It helps with anxious feelings. It helps to promote emotional strength. It helps to balance symptoms of menopause, and it also helps with stress. And then the last one I want to talk about is Serenity. And Serenity and Balance are great mixed together. That's one of the ones I love to use when I go to bed. Serenity helps with stress. It helps to promote restful sleep. It helps with anxious feelings. It helps to quiet a restless child. And it's great to apply to your heart for feelings of peace. So I found that these gifts of the earth offer the answer to so many questions. They can help with emotions, hormones, aches and discomforts in all systems of the body. They are the perfect complement to mind-body eating coaching. What I found through personal experience and that of others is that much of our issues with food and body has an emotional component. And many times we're not fully aware of it, or we might not be aware of it at all. And that's what I found with a lot of people. And with that being said, I'm sure we can all agree that in this country, most people don't eat the most nutritious foods. Mm-hmm. And the majority of the time, we don't eat the most nutritious foods. And at the same time, people, some of whom may be your friends and loved ones, may lovingly say, you need to lose weight. I've heard that many times myself. And what I've found is diets don't work. Yes, we lose weight and then we gain it back. Mm-hmm. And usually then some more. So what we found is that the combination of working with the people with the weight issues and the body issues, the body image, the essential oils complement it very nicely, because it makes it into a nice box, so to speak, so that you have the tools that you need to help address the things that are going on internally. Okay.
This is really great information. It really is. Now, Holly, is there any way that you can send me your notes so that somebody that may ask can know which oil that would really benefit them in a particular situation?
Sure.
Now, I do have one question in the chat box to ask. Mm-hmm. What would you recommend for leg pain? What oil would you recommend for leg pain?
Probably our blend Deep Blue, but it depends on what the underlying issue is. Okay. Because there's different things that can cause leg pain. Mm-hmm.
Okay, but that Deep Blue, I have used that before. One of my friends is a I don't know whether you call her a distributor, but she does what you do, and mm-hmm. she allowed me to borrow. Matter of fact, she gave me a tube, because it comes in a tube, correct?
Yeah, that's Deep Blue Rub, yeah.
And it was really a good product. I really like that. Actually, I used it up for whatever. I forgot what I used it for, but I used it up. So it's called Deep Blue, right?
Actually, it's called Deep Blue Rub.
Deep Blue Rub. Okay.
Yeah, it has a Deep Blue in it, but it's in a cream form.
Okay. So those that are watching, just know that Holly has agreed to share her notes with me. If you would email me at trophyoflife@gmail or info@trophyoflife@gmail. Is it Gmail or .org? info@trophyoflife.org. info@trophyoflife.org. Okay. And we'll make sure you get that information. Takira, thank you, Holly. Thank you so much.
Can I share just one more thing?
Sure.
If they would like to join my Facebook page, I have one for the oils. It's called Naturally Essential Solutions. I'm working on doing an integrated website right now for the coaching and the oils. But if they'd like to also check out my website for doTERRA, it's mydoterra.com/Holly Agnew. And I just ask, if you want to get anything, please reach out to me, because I want to make sure you get what you need for what you have going on at the best price.
Good. Great.
Because there's lots of choices out there.
when you get a chance to go back and look at the Facebook, put your information in there. Okay. What you just stated, put that information in there, and then they'll know they can contact you and ask questions and all of that.
Okay. And also my email is Holly, HOLLYAGNEW 36@gmail.com.
All right. Thank you so much. We got that.
Thank
Takira,
you.
let's give us some feedback.
All right. Well, like she said, thank you.
Stay with us,
so
Holly.
Yes, please don't go. Thank you so much for coming on to talk with us about this. I feel like this topic is well, it's a big interest of mine, but I think it's right on time for the time that we're in. Worldwide, and also with Project 365, because we are doing our health challenge, and we are encouraging our viewers to just be the best them that they could be and get healthy. And so you guys, I hope you guys are getting on it, because I'm working on it. I'm trying to tell you, don't let me pass you by. But but no, as far as the oils are concerned, I feel like nowadays, if you have any kind of ailment or like a headache, everyone runs to a pill, and I'm not knocking science or medicine or anything like that. That's very, very necessary. But I feel like as human beings, I feel like the earth has given us so much that we can use already to make our ailments better. And I feel like it's a healthy combination to use both. So if you're on heart medication, I'm not telling you stop taking your heart medication. No. But I am saying that essential oils and what you put in your body has a lot to do with how your body works and functions. Our bodies are just like a machine. If you have a machine and it needs oil, you don't put oil in it, it's going to break down. The same thing with our body. We have to feed our body the nutrients that it needs. And with essential oils, it also helps with everything. Like you said, you can put it topically, you can take it, you can put it on your skin. Our skin, like you said, is the largest organ. And a lot of times we don't pay attention of the things that we put on our skin, whether it's in our lotions or our soaps. So what I want to do is I want to encourage the viewers to do your research. If all you can do is just Google, like my generation, we're like the Google kings and queens. So we Google everything, and just don't go to one resource. Look at a couple resources to see, what oil affects what part of your body, what system in your body. What can you do for your leg pain or your back pain or your headaches? I would really suggest you do that, especially because nowadays, the medical world, I mean, it's wonderful. I really do love science, but there's so many, what is the word I'm looking for? I've had a brain fart, guys. Like when they say, oh, take this for your high cholesterol, but it can cause blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
It's so many adverse effects that affect your body, even later on down the line. And now you have all these lawsuits like, well, if you took this medicine for back pain in 1958, you can now have, lung cancer.
That's a good year. That's a good year.
Can I make a suggestion for your viewers? What I do when I go to the doctor, I ask them, what's your diagnosis of whatever I have going on? then I go home and I look in one of my resource books or on my app and see what is recommended for that. Because
Yes,
they'll give
yes.
me a prescription, but they know I'm not going to get it filled more than likely.
Wow.
Because I'm just not one to take stuff that I know is not going to be good for my body.
Right.
I've seen patients walk out with a huge bag of medications that started with one and cascaded because they had a side effect from that, so
yeah. And
wow.
and the field of medicine, I mean, it's so innovative and it is progressing every day, but just do what's best for your body. And that also means listening to the doctor if you need something to be done, or a serious condition that you need a medication. But look into weaning yourself off of that medication if you can, and using a more natural choice if you'd like. And let's see, one other thing I wanted to say, trying not to
Can I say
forget.
one thing about doctors?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, but most doctors are not trained in natural medicine or nutrition for that matter. They have like a few hours of nutrition. So if you really want to use essential oils to address your health concerns, you need to let that known to your doctor. I want to do this. I want your help. Don't exclude them. Say, I want your help in addressing this issue.
Yes.
Will you help me? Because it's your body. You have the right to make that decision.
Right.
And I'm so glad you said that. It's your body. You are your best advocate. Advocate for yourself. And you, once your physician knows your game plan, I mean, it's no point in going in there and saying, hey, this is going on with me, and they tell you what to do. You're like, well, I'm not going to listen to you anyway. No, work with your physician and say, hey, I'm trying to take some natural approaches here. And like she said, just do what's best for your body and advocate for yourself. So that's what I encourage all of our viewers to do, especially the ones who are participating in the health challenge. Be as healthy as you can be. Do what's best for your body. Look at labels. Look to see what you're putting into your body, what you're putting onto your body, and try to research and take a more holistic approach rather than just running, to get something over the counter. So that's what I encourage you guys to do. It's just my opinion, but yeah.
Hey, it's good. It's good. It's wonderful feedback. And thank you again, Holly, for sharing that info. Yes.
I do have one more thing to say. Miss Holly, you talked about reflexology. I just want everyone to know out there, listen, reflexology works. Like, if you can just get one session, okay? Reflexology, like I think I told you guys in some shows before that I work part-time at an airport and for an airline. So I'm lifting so many heavy bags, like all day, every day. And when I tell you, I'm too young to have like back issues, but my back and my feet were like on fire. They were hurting. Any of my friends who know me, my feet, I have special feet. I have to take care of my feet, but I can't have them hurting. But I had an hour reflexology, just foot massage. And whatever she did with those pressure points, I did not have back pain nor any foot pain for 2 whole weeks. I'm talking about nothing. And I was working and standing on my feet literally for 10 hours a day. And I had no pain. So I really encourage you guys to look into some reflexology, some acupuncture, just see what's out there. Try it for yourself. You never know what will happen. Oh, let me see.
You have some more.
Just checking our chat here. Yes, you're so right, Aunt Marie.
And why can I ask one, Takira, can I ask one question?
Yes.
Holly, someone asked about type 1 diabetes. Is there, right off the bat, do you happen to know of an oil that might, until they can get to the doctor or do something else?
Well, cinnamon is a good one for normal blood pressure. I have to be really careful how I talk about that.
Sure, you do.
Because doTERRA doesn't treat, prescribe, all those medical terms, But if she wants to talk to me individually, I'd be happy to talk to her.
That's a good, that sounds good. Anything else, Kira? You see anything else?
Nothing else right now. I would really suggest all of you just go to her website. Like you said, go to her Facebook page. She's very open to answering any questions you may have about essential oils and how it can help you. So just like we said, advocate for yourself, do what's best for your body. Ms. Holly's here for you. doTERRA's here for you. And we're just so happy you came on the show today to share your enlightenment and your wisdom.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys so much. As you can tell, I'm just a little bit passionate about,
Yes.
about what I talk about.
It's all good. It was a wonderful segment. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it.
Thank
and
you.
I know those that are viewing now, as well as those that will view later, will appreciate it as well. Don't forget, go to our YouTube channel and subscribe so that, again, we can get this information out to the world. And there are family members that need this information. You know, of family members that are taking umpteen different types of medication, and they don't need to do that. The first thing I say we, it's not always you, we grab is medication. And let's go back to the natural things that God has made for us. Simple things. And let's get some information about what is that where you do the feet and your back felt it. What is that called?
Oh, the reflexology. It works
do
wonders, guys. Try
make it happen. And cinnamon has different properties to it. I'm like, cinnamon?
Yeah, cinnamon, there's a big difference between the essential oil and the spice. Just so you know, the cinnamon oil is a whole lot more potent.
Gotcha.
And plus there's a big difference in spices too. I don't know if you guys have noticed that too, because some of them aren't what they're cracked up to be, even though they say they're one thing, it may not be. So.
This has been good. Look, even if you can't sit and look at our segments while you're cooking, be listening. While you're well, you can't vacuum and listen, you won't be able to listen. Sweep the floor and listen. But please share this information with family and friends, and I know they'll do better. All right. Once again, thank you everyone for viewing Project 365, and we shall be back with you on tomorrow. God bless and see you later. Thanks again, Holly.
Thank you.